Great. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and thanks for having me kind of as part of this session. My name is Matt Berra, and I'm a lead solution engineer at Esri. And today I want to talk for just a few minutes about index 3D scene layers. And I'd like to demonstrate how I think they can be kind of part of a larger sort of cloud native solution. If you've never heard of I3S files before, you may actually know them by their more common name, which can be the scene layer package. They've got an SLPK file extension, and they're designed really to rapidly stream and sort of distribute large amounts of 3D content, specifically while working through the web, mobile, and the cloud. Although the files can be consumed locally, everything is based on JSON, REST, and modern web standards, which makes it really easy to handle and parse and render by web and mobile clients. Esri's been working on the I3S standard since 2015, and back in 2017, it was accepted as an OGC kind of community standard at version 1.0. And this past December, OGC approved the latest release version, which is 1.2. So what kind of data can we display with I3S files? Well, initially the spec was introduced with two layer options, right? There's the 3D objects and 3D points. And 3D objects include things like building exteriors and GIS data, as well as 3D models in various formats, while 3D points includes GIS point data like trees and signs and other features that can be tied to a sort of a single coordinate. Since then, 3 other layer types have been added to the spec as well. The first is integrated mesh, and it was added back in 2016. And obviously, let's use it display skin terrain with images from satellites and drones. The next, the spec added point clouds, so we can work with LiDAR. And the point cloud spec supports caching attributes like RGB intensity and more, so that client applications can update the symbology as well as query the point information. And then the final type, well, building scene layers. And this was designed to be sort of part of BIM workflows. It includes architectural and structural details like walls, windows, and assets for facilities. So how do I3S files fit into a cloud native solution? And to answer that, I'd like to do a super quick demo. All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm actually running sort of a local web server on my machine. And I've got this folder that contains, a few I3S files. And by just using sort of a small bit of Python, I'm able to dynamically generate the page you see on the left side, which allows me to query, analyze, and display kind of each one of these files. Then the map on the left side of each row, I can move around, I can query and sort of work with the information that I've got inside of it. And then on the right, you can actually see the metadata that's kind of being served out, that's contained in the file. And in this instance, is being served out and displayed kind of in the stream server format. And I want to emphasize that, since this is being read directly, it's not using ArcGIS Enterprise, ArcGIS Online as an intermediary to load the data. Because of this, if I grab another I3S file and I paste it into my folder, and then I sort of restart my web server and refresh my page, we're going to see that our new data set is sort of automatically loaded here inside of this page. And I can now interact with this data set just like I could the other ones as well. So next I want to do is actually show you sort of an example of the point cloud spec. This is a coastal scene in New Jersey. It has over 1.1 billion points, but it's still extremely fast as I kind of move and sort of pan around the frame. As I mentioned before, since the point cloud includes all the attributes, they can very quickly change the visualization of something based on LES classification or elevation, or just intensity values themselves.
Matt, 1 minute.
Right. So in the end, what are the major benefits to using I3S files in a cloud native format? To me, there's really 3 main things. First, it supports a wide range of 3D geometry types. Second, it was designed with streaming in mind. And third, it's an OGC standard. So if you're interested in learning more about I3S, go ahead and check out the OGC page about it, or check out the Esri GitHub page as well. Thanks. If you have any questions, I'll be on Gitter after this.
Great, thanks, Matt. Yeah, really cool seeing all this 3D stuff going on.